Today on the channel, we take a look at the Tatooine Skiff from the Power of the Jedi collection. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for our daily Star Wars unboxings in 2021 and possibly beyond. And today we've got something special. We got a vehicle today. We're moving the figures to the side. We're concentrating on a little vehicle action, and that is the Tatooine Skiff. As we all know from Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt. And in yesterday's video, if you're watching these in order for whatever reason, we unboxed the Skiff Guards. So today we got the Skiff to go with the Skiff Guards. We'll bring those bad boys out in a little bit. But remember, for all your Star Wars needs and everything else in the collector's world and figures, you name it, hit up Big Bad Toy Store, link in the description below. But we're going to do this video like we do all the other videos out there. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it, and we'll see where it goes from there. 1999's finest Power of the Force Tatooine Skiff. There it is. Love that big window there. That big window box. Very cool. Looks awesome in package, as you guys can imagine. We do get a Luke Skywalker in this figure. Very similar to the Rancor Luke Skywalker we got around the same time period. So no stranger, this Luke Skywalker figure, to the Power of the Force, Power of the Jedi lines. You guys know all those lines out there. But cool to get a vehicle. Always enjoy a good Star Wars vehicle. They're almost as important as some of the characters sometimes, some of the vehicles in the Star Wars universe, of course. Star Wars logo with Darth Vader down at the very bottom. You got the Tatooine Skiff kind of highlighted there. A little bit of warning action. Very cool background display for this Tatooine Skiff. Like I said, it looks amazing in packaging. You got that Sarlacc pit down there below. I really like that. I wish we could get a full-size Sarlacc pit. How awesome would that be? Maybe one day. Stranger things have happened for sure. On the top, you got the Tatooine Skiff with the window, lets the light in, all that fun stuff. Got a little picture of a way to display it. Get your figures out. This is a great way to set it all up. And you flip it around this side. There it is. Same thing on that side. Bottom here, same thing basically across the board. Really promoting that glamour shot. Everybody loves a glamour shot, though. On the back, we got a write-ups aplenty. We got 2 write-ups, I believe, there. We're promoting a little bit. And, yeah, we got some Jedi Master Points. How many Jedi Master Points? Only 20 Jedi Master Points, as we know the figures got 10 later on. So I feel like this is should be a 40 Jedi Master Point. Maybe that's just me, but I am a Jedi Master Point billionaire with a B. Not to brag, but I am. I got 1 billion of those points, I think it is. So there it is. There's the back of the package. Let me read the back, see what it says right here. Okay, the Tatooine Skiff. A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, over the arid western dune sea on Tatooine, Jabba the Hutt sentences his victims to be cast into the maw of the mighty Sarlacc. Much to the raucous amusement of his palace minions, in a final attempt to escape from the clutches of the vile crime lord, the rebel heroes launch a surprise attack. And so the daring confrontation aboard the Tatooine Skiff ignites. Grab hold of the excitement with this authentically styled Tatooine Skiff from all the intergalactic action you can handle. So this is pretty cool for 1999. We did get a vintage collection one later on, and we'll unbox that on the channel one of these days. It's part of my pile of stuff to get to. We'll definitely take a look at it. And then they got a little details here. It is the model Ubracan Bantha 2 cargo skiff. Function to patrol and escort, 1 driver, 9-meter length, speed 250 kilometers per hour. Also promoting the old Y-Wing down here. I do not have the Y-Wing. I should probably pick that up one of these days. We got some playability features with this as well. So a lot to like, a lot to look at, a lot to unpack here. And as usual with these, they have so many rubber bands, twist ties, you name it in here, tape. I will take this unboxing off camera and we'll be back with it out of the package. All right, we're back. What after seems like an eternity on my end, I finally got this thing out of the packaging. Now, I was a little surprised when I got into it, as usually the box and stuff has all the tape, twist ties, everything else. Actually, not a ton going on right here. 2 big twist ties that hold down the Tatooine Skiff. Easily cut with a pair of scissors, and bam, you're good. So then there's the packaging inside. You got the Sarlacc pit there. I wish this diorama could have been saved, but you got this plastic thing that's attached to the cardboard. You rip this out, you rip the cardboard, So really, this is of absolute no use outside of the box, unfortunately. So that is a little disappointing to me. I guess you could smoke and mirrors it up a little bit, but not today. See you later. I did get this out. Now, like I said, there wasn't a ton of twist ties in the packaging, but I have never seen an action figure twist tied in like the Luke Skywalker from this set. This thing was, as you guys saw in the package, he was right here by the guardrail, by the piloting of the ship stuff. But he had these extremely tough black twist ties, and we had 6 of them. He was wrapped up in 6 heavy-duty twist ties. How absolutely ridiculous is that in 1999 that this little 3 3/4 lightweight figure needed that many twist ties intertwined throughout the rungs on this thing? Just absolutely next level insanity from the Power of the Force Hasbro Kenner team. I guess it was all Hasbro by this time. But we did get Luke Skywalker in this with his lightsaber. I did reference, we did get a Luke Skywalker very similar to this in the Power of the Force line, of course, with the cloak and all that. But we also got one with the Rancor monster. So I don't know how many of these we needed. This is the worst one of the bunch for sure, and possibly the worst Luke Skywalker Power of the Force figure. He's got warped legs that are very skinny compared to the top of his body. He does have his lightsaber. Very kid, meekish face on this Luke Skywalker. It looks nothing like Mark Hamill. Not that any of them really looked like him, but this one took a step back in looks department, I think, if you ask me. He also has a black burn mark on his hand, so I don't know how he got burned or rubbed or what happened. Probably those twist ties wearing off on him. And then the legs of the twist ties being around him for so many years. I mean, we're talking 22 years at least this was wrapped up in twist ties. It has warped his legs a little bit. So no real plans on my end to use this Luke Skywalker in this or on display really, because I have so many of this Luke Skywalker. But yeah, a pretty big miss on this figure. Not a lot to like here. Not a lot of bells and whistles to that one at all. But the Skiff is all right. Now, I've got to imagine the Vintage Collection one's going to be better. That's improvements, constant learnings, constant improvements with any company. I'm sure they created a better one. But this one, it does feel a little cheap. It's obviously a little bit lighter. It is the Power of the Force, after all. I mean, you knew what you were getting here a little bit. And it's probably smaller than the Vintage Collection one. And like I said, we'll get to that Vintage Collection one day on the channel. But actually not terrible. It shows a little bit of battle damage on it. Some dings that are molded into the plastic, which I think is kind of cool. We do have a little lever on the inside right here. I don't know how well this is going to show up. You got a little lever on the inside. Shoots a little, when you want to flip Luke up or whatever, and it knocks this railing over. This railing on this side falls over as well. It's just your skiff. I mean, it looks like the skiff. I mean, if you look at the movie, that's what it looks like. We do have controls on this thing, which I think are pretty solid, that work way better than I thought. So you get this one that goes up, you push this back, gets the little plank. You remember when Luke had to walk the plank, of course, and it does break off there for the figure, so you can have plank action. Choose your own pirate adventure if you want. Then the other one does the little landing gear, so if you want to display this, obviously, you're going to want the landing gear on. You can pull it back, of course, and then it, floats. Where I believe the Vintage Collection, and don't quote me, but I believe that has like a clear display stand with it, which was pretty awesome, I think. I wish that had something like that, but this will do. At least it has legs. For some reason, I was thinking I would just have to display it like this on the ground, which makes it look a little funny. So the legs definitely add a lot to it. There is a lot of void of color on this, of course. I mean, you got a couple of gray spots where it's supposed to be dinged up a little bit, but for the most part, it's this kind of sandy caramel color across the board. It'd be nice if there was a little bit black wash detail, stuff like that. But once again, this is old Power of the Force stuff. You kind of know what to expect with this stuff. But it's not terrible. And I did talk about yesterday, we unboxed the Skiff guards on the Power of the Force. Looks like we got two peg holes in here, so you can display a few of these guys on the peg holes. Of course, you can have one piloting the controls as well, and so you got some action you can do here. I don't mind that at all. You put these Skiff Guard troopers, and not really troopers, Skiff Guard Jabbas guys, Jabbas henchmen. You can put this on the Skiff. I mean, that's how you have to display them. We have tons of Hans, we have tons of Lukes, tons of Chewies. You can put them all in these scenes. I'm going to build this scene out to the best of my ability with the space I have. Building the Return of the Jedi Jabbas Tatooine scene with the Sarlacc pit. I'd love to get a good Sarlacc pit one of these days. Not in the cards right now unless I build my own, which I'm not that detailed. But not bad. Not a bad little vehicle. I think this thing usually averages $25 to $30 price point. I'm sure if you can find it at a local toy store, you can probably do a little bit better for yourself. As usual with these Power of the Force things, a lot of the money's tied up into shipping, it seems like most of the time. But I like this for what this is. This is a step above a grandma vehicle, and we talk grandma vehicles on the channel all the time. This is a step above that, I think, especially back in the day there. But it is an important piece of the Return of the Jedi scene and toy line, I would say, for the Power of the Force collection. So there it is. Tell me your thoughts, though, in the comments. What do you think? Did you ever have this back in the day? Let me know what you think. I'm sure the vintage collection one's better. We'll find all out about that here soon on the channel, I would imagine. So stay tuned for that one. And when you're staying tuned, you might as well subscribe to the channel. Hit the old notification bell. Like this video, of course. And remember, we're doing these Star Wars videos every single day. And don't forget to follow me on social media at SirPaul64 on Twitter. _Kyle_Peterson on Instagram. And of course, ProWrestlingTees.com. Search Kyle Peterson. So there it is for Tatooine and everybody that's ever been there. I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.